Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Alex and Kevin Show, Episode 3. Some records are meant to be broken, some are not. I'm Alex Bozanovsky. Joining me tonight is my co host.
It's me, Kevin, again.
Hey, buddy, how's it going?
Good, how about you, man?
Oh, it's going great. It's been a crazy week breaking records in the markets left and right. It's freaking going up like a dick on Viagra. It's insane. It's
Sometimes it doesn't go down either.
No, it doesn't. It's got that. You know what? You know what one guy said? He goes, "If I get that priapism, which is what that disorder is, when it gets up and gets stuck." He goes, "Fuck, I'm going to California. I'm not going to see my doctor."
Yeah, talk about being a sure thing, huh?
Yeah. But anyway, it's just been gangbusters, man. We're on the cusp of 20,000 on a Dow. 20,000.
Yeah, and think like freaking back in the late 90s, they were like getting scared of it being at 9,000.
Yeah. I remember it went from when I started following it, it was around 3,500 the Dow, and then 4,000 came, and I was like, oh my god, and then 5,000 came, it was like, wow, and then 6,000, 7,000, and so on and so forth. But at this aspect of it all, it doesn't feel as exciting as it did back then.
No,
Because,
because I think the climate has been so steady that it's not really big of a deal anymore. And,
mm,
back when I started at least paying attention to it, I remember the jump from 6 to 7, 7 to 8, and 8 to 9 is like faster, faster, faster. It's like, holy shit.
yep, because
Mr. Tastes Good.
yeah. I mean, listen, back then you had this euphoria in the economy. It felt right. Now, even though they say we have job growth, I don't see it.
Job growth with a 10% unemployment rate.
Yeah, they use six, correct.
I mean, that's not called 9.7, it's called 10.
Yep, round it up.
May as well. It's like those cheap bastards at the car dealership. Oh, it's only $39,998. It's $40,000. Let's call it what it is.
Yep. It's like Walmart. 447 instead of
Yeah.
it's
How about the
two,
gas stations? 9 tenths of a penny. Oh, it's 2.17 a gallon. No, it's 2.18.
right.
It's at 2.17. It's 2.18.
Yep.
And to think, even this day and age, with all the tools we have available, that people still get fooled by the 9 tenths of a cent at a gas station pump.
Yep.
Oh, it's 2.17. Nah, it's 2.18.
I always say it's 217.9.
I just always round up. I mean, come on, this day and age, you're really gonna be fooled by a penny or a dollar if you're paying, 500 and something bucks, and well, I don't want to pay the extra $10 for a warranty. It's like, really, you've already spent 500. What's 10 more for a warranty? It used to
Yeah.
kill me, man. Going to like CompUSA and Circuit City and stuff and buying
Yeah.
stuff, and
Yeah.
you spend like 800-900 bucks, and then like, oh, you want the warranty on it? Nah, no, how much is it? Oh, it's only $30. Oh, yeah, I don't know if I want to pay for that. It's kind of expensive. And it's like, dude, you're spending 800 bucks. What's another 30?
Ah, for a novice person who doesn't know how to fix their own shit, I'd say yes. For me and you, especially when it comes to computers, you don't need it. If the freaking RAM chips blow, we just go order them at wholesale prices, pop and put them in there.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. But it's just weird. Like I remember when I got my Dodge, and
The Dodge. The Dodge.
and it came with the tape deck, and I asked the guy who was selling it to me, I'm like, is there any chance you can have a CD player in there instead? He's like, oh yeah, if you put a CD player in, it's gonna be like an extra 500, three or $400, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And I think that was either my mom or dad or both. They're like, oh my god, that much for an extra thing? I'm like, yeah, I'm spending $16,000 on a car with another $300.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to sit there and be that anal about something like that. I mean, if it was like an extra 2,000 or 3,000, then
Well, it's like
kiss my rump.
it's like when I bought my Accord. You know, came in to John Holtz. Yes, I'm dating myself. It's John Holtz. It always will be John Holtz to me.
Yeah, it's not gonna change.
No.
Just like Unity is still Park Ridge to me.
Exactly. Exactly. I came in there, got a $20,000 check, and I go, "What are you gonna do for me?" So the car was 40 grand. So I said, "I'm giving you half, sweeten the deal." I got it for 32,000 plus a free extended warranty.
Nice.
I said, "This is the fourth car we bought from you guys. You can make your money off somebody else, not off me." Oh yeah,
Ah, they're still making money off you, just not as much.
exactly. But no, when it comes to like small electronics, the extended warranties are garbage. I mean, for people like a person like Louise, for example, family friend of ours. Poor woman doesn't have a clue. She could barely turn a TV on, let alone fix something.
Right.
For that, I understand.
Yeah, I just bring it back and here, fix it.
But you know, me and you, we can fix pretty much anything. Excuse me.
Yeah, used to be fun days.
Oh yeah. Tearing apart an Xbox or a computer, hacking it, hacking the firmware of the drive so we can play the games for free,
Oh yeah, it was awesome.
and having to buy a shitload of double layer DVDs yeah.
To make that copy them, yeah.
Yep. That was fun. But see, doing that is part of the learning process to how things work.
Exactly.
These days, eh.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know, man. It's just the excitement doesn't seem to be there as much.
I mean, I still get excited tearing apart a computer physically and putting it back together again. That's never going to change.
No, no.
What's changing is the cost benefit isn't there anymore.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. Anyway, so continuing on to tonight's theme of records are meant to be broken, some are not. We were talking about some sports records at one juncture earlier on.
Yeah, sports records, auto racing, baseball, hockey, football, basketball. I know you were just talking about the stock market maybe hitting like 20,000 by the end of the year. It's daunting to think about that,
Yeah. I mean, it's exciting, but it's not in the same token.
I think because it's so old now. Like, you had the excitement of the tech boom to,
Yeah.
spike it, and then it plateaued after 2001.
Yep.
And I don't know, it's like a lot of the thunder's been taken out of it.
But you got to remember, it's a 20-year bull market. Okay? And a bull market is what?
Lots of buying.
Over a long period of time. So it's an uptrend.
Yeah.
As opposed to a bear market is selling over a long term. Right, correct. So you got the bulls and the bears. Kind of like the birds and the bees. But, but yeah, going on to sports records, though. I mean, we were talking about fastballs.
Yeah, there's a documentary I was watching. And, back in the 40s, they didn't have the radar guns, but the way they tested it was they had this big box that was basically designed by the military to determine how fast an object is from point A to point B.
Right.
In a small window of frame. So basically what it would do is it would hit like a thin whatever with a sensor in it. It would travel or to count the amount of feet per second.
Oh, like, what do they call those things? There's a name for them.
Yeah, I can't remember the name.
Chronometer or something?
Something like that, yeah.
It's got the two little antennas. It looks like a V-shaped thing.
Yeah, and the pitchers then would, they would basically throw the ball and it would measure how many feet per second. They would calculate in miles an hour.
Mm.
I think back then they were saying like the average fastball was like 65, 70 miles an hour. That's in the 40s and 50s. You get to the 60s and 70s, they're up to this, 70s and 80s. Somewhere around, in the 80s and 90s, they're getting up to 95 miles an hour.
Yep.
And now we're hitting 100, and there's even one pitcher pitched for the Cubs this year, Chapman, 105.
I've seen faster.
It's fastest one on record right now.
105.
Fastball.
I thought
105.
I thought 111 was.
No.
Oh wow.
But the one question that they posed was, why is there such a significant jump from one era to another? Over a 20-year period is a 20 mile an hour difference. But since the 80s and 90s, we've only gone up 10 miles an hour.
I would say a couple things. One is physics. Okay. You got air resistance. You have only so much strength in this part of the body. I mean, if you had arms like Scholl with veins popping out like freaking Kunta Kinte here, okay? With all the oxygen going in those muscles. But no, seriously, and all joking aside, there is a limit to how hard you can throw it without dislocating your shoulder. Let's be honest.
Right, but how come they haven't found a different way to throw it to make it go faster? I mean, you got the like if you watch this guy, his arm when he comes off, it's like, I can't even do it, but his arm is like really long and lanky. But when he throws it, his arm is
tight.
Like back here.
Yeah.
And it's not tight, but like when he throws it, it's like snapped way back here. And he lets it rip.
Don't we all? But anyway,
I mean, 105. Like they were asking in a documentary, they were asking different hitters, like what's the difference between 95 and 100, and they're like, it's about a tenth of a second difference. They said, what's the difference between 95 or 100 and 105? And I forgot who it was, but he's like this. He goes, about that much.
Wow.
And he goes, and they asked him, like, how do you hit it? He's like, you can't see it.
You just got to take a guess.
You may as well just close your eyes, swing the bat as hard as you can in the spot you think the ball is going to be, and hope you hit it.
Wow. I think that's pretty cool.
But that's crazy. It's just amazing. I know you're not a big baseball guy. Think about, something that's going 105 miles an hour in a matter of, 63 and a half feet or something like that. It's like a tenth of a second.
Yeah. No,
think about that. How much you got to contemplate, think, and judge, and take a guess.
Yeah, basically, no. I hate watching baseball on TV. It just takes forever. I mean,
yeah, too many commercials, slow timeouts, and
they do a pitch and catch, basically. Then they pause. The pitcher scratches his nuts on the mound and spits.
They get the jackasses who have to fix their glove after every swing, fix their crotch after every swing. Like, just get in the batter's box, swing the damn bat, and hit the ball.
Yeah, basically. Didn't they institute a play clock kind of mechanism this year?
Unofficially, I think so, yeah, but you know how it is with every sport. They make all these rules to speed the game up, and they just still, they're tight on them for a while, and then they just, it's okay. It's supposed to be 30 seconds, but take 45, 50.
Right. Because, your balls have to be right in the perfect caressing position in the club. I mean, seriously. It's baseball. Football, I understand. Hockey, I understand. It's baseball. Really?
I don't think anyone's taken a baseball pitch to the nuts yet.
That would be cool.
Unless it's like a crazy curveball that gets in there and just right in the penis. But
that'll look awfully. That'll be a hell of a Louisville Slugger, won't it?
well, it might look like one afterwards
Yeah.
when it's all swollen and
Yep. But no. Baseball is a very interesting sport. Don't get me wrong; it's a thinking man's game. You really have to apply physics, motion, range of motion. There's a lot of physics involved, as there is in football, as there is in hockey.
yeah.
Tennis, it sounds like a porno. It does.
Oh.
But let's see. One of my most exciting record breakers was watching Emerson Fittipaldi.
Yeah.
You remember that? It set the world land speed record. What was it? Average lap speed of 245 miles an hour.
That was in Texas Motor Speedway, right?
I think it was Texas. Yeah, it was at Texas. I remember that race. They all got vertigo. They had to stop the race. They were going so fast.
It's awesome,
I mean,
but
I got chills watching that one. Let me be honest. I mean,
it's to me it's like the best racing sport there is right now.
oh, the Indy cars. Oh yeah,
The Indy cars, yeah.
God, yeah. It's a marvel of technology, speed, and now that they're turbocharged again, thank God. They don't sound
Yeah, about time.
they don't sound like farting bumblebees anymore. I mean, it's
Well,
just,
I guess if bumblebees do fart, now we know what they sound like.
yeah. It's like NASCAR. I don't understand. Maybe pardon me if I'm wrong because I don't watch it that much, but why are they still fucking carbureted? Why
I
can't,
have no answer for you.
why can't they modernize the damn things? So at least slap some fuel injectors in them to make them more efficient, more powerful if they want, and to control them for speed.
You know what's funny too is because like my grandfather used to love NASCAR. I think he used to watch Champ Car,
Ah.
and he could not stand Earnhardt or Ray Hall. Oh my God!
Oh yeah.
But
yeah.
He was like a diehard Darrell Waltrip fan, I think. Like all the old school guys, Bill Elliott and all them, but
Yeah.
just something about Earnhardt, he couldn't,
Yeah.
hated him because he won all the time. But it's like as a kid, I'd watch it with him, and it's like, oh my God, look at these guys go.
Yeah.
At that age, like you just watch these people going 150, 160 miles an hour. It's like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Look how close they are. This is unbelievable.
Yeah, of course.
My question is, do NASCAR drivers get mad when someone tailgates them?
Ooh. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Should they get mad?
That's a good one. I like that one. That's a good one.
I just thought of that right now. But
Ooh.
I couldn't even imagine like a NASCAR driver gets out of the car. What are you tailgating me for? But like, dude, you're you're whoever. You should be used to this. Yeah, but shit, you're right.
I mean, it's like my cousin in Toronto. They were best buds with Paul Tracy. They went to high school together.
Yeah, he got robbed.
Yeah, he did. He was.
He had
it
it.
was him and Villeneuve. As far as the Canadian bunch, were the best of the best.
Oh yeah.
Him and it was funny because my aunt, not really, aunt by blood, but we call him, cousins.
Yeah.
She goes, I don't give a fuck who the fuck you think you are. You come in my house, you take off your fucking shoes. Yeah. Oh yeah, I've seen pictures of them hanging out, high school, and Paul's invited my cousin to go for the races and shit, and go to the paddock. It was really sweet, and he was one of my favorites.
Yeah, I just think about
Also,
that 500 and how he got freaking robbed.
yep, yep. Mm.
That sucks, but
Remember that one race that they won? Him and Tagliani won, and it was a little bet between the Canadians, and whoever was first had to run down in the winner's circle with nothing on but a checkered flag around his waist.
oh yeah,
Yeah, remember
that? Yeah.
But those were the days. I mean, you see now the up and comers in the IndyCar circuit, and they're good. I mean, you still have some of your oldies, couple coming over from Formula One, which is good. I like seeing that.
Yeah.
Because the thing about IndyCars that makes it unique to Formula One, which a lot of my European peoples don't seem to understand, that not only are IndyCars faster, but they do ovals, they do streets, and road courses.
Yes, definitely.
So you get a nice. If you can master IndyCar, you can't always master Formula One, but you'd be close.
Now look at Juan Montoya.
Oh, I'm so glad he's back.
Look how much we thought he was going to dominate F1 when he went, and he had maybe 3 or 4 victories total,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, like Michael Andretti and Mario Andretti. Well, Mario Andretti won an F1 too, but
Yeah.
Michael was shit. I remember when he was there.
Yeah, Montoya's biggest thing in F1 was that pass on Schumacher. That was a thing of glory, but as far as we were talking about before, you look at Montoya at his Indy 500 race and how he led however many laps it was.
Well, like 120.
130 or 140, something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And this makes you wonder, like, what makes somebody so special to be able to beat that,
One, it's luck. 2, it's obviously skill. But 3, it's timing.
Yeah.
I mean, you mentioned Schumacher. Schumacher was some plain machine. I don't think he was human.
I don't think he's human either. I mean,
I think he's part alien.
Jesus,
but, yeah.
what the hell does that make? Oh shoot, what's his name? Ayrton Senna.
Oh, Ayrton Senna. Oh, yeah. He was a double machine. I mean, that guy was.
I don't even know if he would have heard of
Amazing.
Schumacher if it wasn't for him passing away when he did.
Yeah, you're right. Senna was amazing. Nigel Mansell.
Oh yeah, I used to love that guy.
Oh. He even when he came over here to kart, it was back in the day, which is IndyCars now, but he was phenomenal. I mean, you could tell he was just groomed to be a racer from a little boy, much like Lewis Hamilton is today over there.
Yeah.
But but the feel-good story for me about Champ Car, IndyCar, whatever you want to call it,
Yeah, it's called Champ Car. It's easier for us.
was when Zanardi got his
After 9/11.
when he got his legs chopped off in the accident there in England.
Yeah, right after 9/11.
Yeah. And he came back, and it touched me because I can relate because I have a hand control modified car. Well, they hand controlled his car, and he finished the race.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Tell me that's not freaking inspiration.
Oh hell yeah! I mean, for all intents and purposes, you should be dead.
Yeah.
You have both legs chopped off. It's insane, man.
But, it's like, you notice back in the day, that series had the most advanced safety teams. I mean, they were there in seconds.
Man, they still are.
They still are.
You think about, was it Rick Mears that ground his helmet down, basically down to his
the
scalp?
Yeah, yeah.
And look how fast he turned around and put those, whatchamacallit things above their,
The roll hoops.
the roll hoops, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, yeah. I mean, they were always, and they still are, innovators for safety. Period.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you're going around in over 250, 260, 270 miles an hour these days. They're going to make sure you're as safe as you can be. I mean, you still can't defy physics. Or as Osborne would say, physiques.
Yeah.
I mean, but
Crazy bastard.
oh yeah, oh god, I'll never forget that part in that homeroom. But we'll touch upon that later. Oh man, I mean, when you could memorize a smell. I mean, I thought, but yeah,
Maybe that's why I don't smell anything as good as I used to anymore.
it could be
Too much gas.
It could be. It definitely could be, but it's just that's what makes me proud to enjoy following the IndyCars. Listen, I'll be honest, I don't watch every race. They're pinnacles of technology, pinnacles of safety, and innovation, where NASCAR is just for me the most grotesque sport on the planet.
I don't know if I'd call it grotesque. I mean,
No.
there's got to be something worse. And it's just,
Naked boy singing, anyway.
I mean, it seems like they're stuck.
No, for me, it's the commentating. The number 14 car.
That's probably the
Wait
worst.
a minute.
Is it driving itself?
There's a human in there. What's his name?
Yeah, I can't argue that one. I mean, like I said, I used to like NASCAR a lot when I grew up, but I start thinking back on it, it's like, oh yeah, the number 14 car, blah blah blah. It's like, what about the guy driving it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at the sweet moves with the 14 car. What about the driver behind the wheel?
Yeah. I mean, listen.
I don't know if that's their thing.
I think it's the commentators more. So I know I get it, but there's a human being. He's called the driver. He sits on the left side. In the case of England, they sit on the right side of the car, and they grab onto this big round thing. It's called the steering wheel, and they step on these three pedals. It's called your gas and brake and clutch. Okay, and you shift your gears and you go. But it's a human being controlling that shit, right? So why don't you call it what it is? Instead of saying the number 14 car, why don't you say, like they used to say in the IndyCar broadcast, the number 3 of Paul Tracy?
Yeah,
You
makes
know?
more sense.
But for me, NASCAR, the broadcast is what turns me off the most. Those guys just put you to sleep.
Yeah, I think it's because it's not. I don't know if they're stuck behind the times, or they're catering to their, their audience of.
To the rednecks.
Yeah, but it's just like I don't know. It's just too slow, man. I mean, these guys get to Watkins Glen every year, and half of them bail out because they can't turn the other car the right side to the right. They can't turn.
Yeah.
They'll go, I can't do the road course. Why?
That would be amazing if put them in. You know what? Remember that one thing we saw on that Speed Channel with Montoya and Gordon swapping the cars?
Oh yeah.
Did you see?
Was that where Montoya said I would never drive this thing sometime afterwards? He's like, I would never do it again.
Yep. He said my grandma could drive it. Could drive it.
Yeah.
And did you see? Was it Gordon?
Yeah, it was Jeff Gordon. Yeah.
His face was like a Christmas tree lit up.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, although he could barely fit in there,
I'm surprised Tony Stewart fit into an Indy car.
Yeah, I think that's where he started his career in Indy cars for a while.
Yeah, and he switched over to NASCAR.
Yeah. Man, how about that Danica Patrick, man?
Yeah.
She could have been an amazing pioneer if she would have just pushed herself
Stayed?
a little more. Yeah.
Yeah, I think she should have stayed in
IndyCars.
IndyCar. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
You
don't know.
know,
It's weird, you know.
I mean, I'm all for seeing women compete and succeeding. I would love to see a female on a football field. But you, as well as I know, she's going to get her ass kicked.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I mean, just physically speaking.
Unless she has the physique of Michelle Obama. You know, watch the fingers, folks.
Forget the fingers, watch the crotch.
I mean, you saw during the debate. I mean, you saw the bulge in her dress.
How about the fact that Barack called her Michael?
Yeah, on that one press conference. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, messing up someone's name. It's a weird thing, you know. I mean, how do you?
Especially switching the gender like that.
Yeah, I could see maybe. Okay, you know, Michelle. I'm trying to think of what's another female name that's close to it.
To Michelle. Hmm.
Like Michaela.
Yeah. Right.
'Cause
Exactly.
meh.
Right. That.
But I mean, you know, Michelle to Michael. You just don't
I know.
make that mistake.
I know. And
It's weird. I mean, not that I have any information or knowledge on it, but how do you make that mistake?
Right. You know, it's just like in that movie, just one of the guys at the end, where, where he goes,
My
good,
best friend
and he
has
has tits.
tits.
Yep. I mean, you know, that movie was a classic, by the way. Sorry, Spike.
Oh yeah. Sorry, Spike.
But yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. That listen, I'm not being judgmental against anybody. It is what it is. If you're a butt monkey, you're a butt monkey. You know.
Oh my god.
I mean, you know. Hey, more power to you. Not my cup of tea. I prefer Red Bush tea, but you know.
Oh man.
And Red Bush tea is a species of tea from England. It's what they drink in the morning. You know, with the little pinky action there. You know.
Ah yes. Kind of like this.
Ah. Yeah. But yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. It's you know, it's just like I said, not being judgmental about homosexuals, transgenders. It's not my thing. But hey, more power to you. You know, you guys are human beings too, and you deserve to be equals in most respect. And I say that not to be
And they should
disparaging,
be.
not to be disparaging, but you know, I don't know. What's your opinion? I mean, I don't want to put you on the spot, but let's just have a frank discussion about it. The whole transgender bathroom thing.
Um, your mom uses the toilet at home, right?
Yeah,
You use it.
yeah.
What's the difference?
You're right.
That's you know, you would
Well,
never know.
It's like looking at some of these handicapped accessible bathrooms. They're dual gender.
Yeah, family bathrooms, family changing room bathrooms, where you take your kid in there.
Yeah.
They're dual gender. I think it's all. I think it's paranoia, man.
I mean,
Fear is what drives this country into madness.
honestly,
Supported by the government, the media,
I
crap like that. But what's the big deal, though? I mean,
It is what it is.
it's not like you're going to have a guy and a girl in there at the same time.
And even if they were, so what? Although, put it this way, if I'm standing there in that urinal with my junk out, I would want it to be another dude next to me versus a woman because I just...
That's how I just use a stall.
Yeah.
Avert the problem altogether.
Yeah, that's true, but I'm just
That
saying...
stems from the hockey arena lining up their urinals with the freaking bathroom mirrors. So as soon as you walk in, someone who's 5-6 urinals down, you can just you got the angle, and it's like, oh.
Oh no!
Or the guy just turns around and, hey, what's up, dude? Just get that crap closer to the freaking thing and stick it in there, please, and just hide it. Don't need to see it. But
Is it still that way?
yeah, there's no walls in between it, dude. I cannot go into that arena and take a piss in there. I cannot do it.
Wow!
There's no dividers.
So it's all just out there in the open.
Yeah, it's one urinal next to another, next to another, next to another. The only real divider you have between is the little side wall of the urinal. And yeah, nope, not doing that.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. Although when you go into the stall and you see this big glob of looks like a payday bar sitting there, it's like, oh.
Well, at least then you have the fun of aiming your piss on it and breaking it apart. It's always a fun challenge.
I'll never forget in middle school, 6th grade,
Oh yeah.
going into the stall, and I swear to God, it looked like a fucking outrageous bar in there. I'm like, what the hell is this?
Aw.
I'm like,
See, yeah, it's pretty disgusting. I got some Legman stories about
oh yeah.
various bodily functions and
But,
stuff,
yeah.
but back to like the records and shit. Like, what else do you think are we gonna see in our lifetime? From sports in general, whatever.
I would love to see a 300-mile-an-hour lap. Doesn't matter what racing series. A 300-mile-an-hour lap. I would love to see.
Can it be done if the track is set up for it?
Yes,
So that would be what, maybe a longer track?
it has to be like a 5-mile oval with the straights that are about 4 miles long on each side.
But it's not really the straights that are generating the vertical, it's the turning, isn't it?
Yes, if they were all, if they can set the car up to go on Bonneville, and do it, they should do it. Because they got the power right now. Those cars are doing well over 1,000 horsepower.
Oh yeah, I mean, was that movie Driven
Yeah,
with Stallone where he
I love that movie. Yeah. When
flipped the car in the tunnel?
in the tunnel, yeah. But
Yeah.
that's physics. Because you have so much downforce.
Downforce, yep.
You just lose it right there, and you're going upside down. Yeah, they've actually done it. They've tried it, and it works.
Yeah. I think that'd be pretty awesome to see. I mean, how about like football? What do you think we're gonna like the so-called untouchable records? Do you think at some point they can fall?
Yes and no, and I'm on both sides of the fence because yes with the type of players these days, and no with the rules. Back in the day when these records were set, it was more of a wide open game.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
If you had a Brady or a Peyton Manning play with the rules of yesterday, oh yeah, baby, with the rules of yesterday, oh God, they'd be light years ahead of where they were.
Or would they be decimated? Because with those two quarterbacks, everybody knows who watches football, those two guys can't run for shit.
Yeah.
How many poundings by someone like Lawrence Taylor or Mike Singletary do you think they could take before they're gone?
Not too many. You remember when Lawrence Taylor shattered Theismann's thigh?
Yeah, that's pretty disgusting.
Yeah, I know. That was
But
my.
I mean, I think it'd be an interesting thing to see if you instilled their rules because back then you could drill the quarterback well after the ball was gone.
Yep.
I mean, now you can't even brush your fingertip across his helmet. What, a tenth, 2/10 of a second after he's gotten rid of it.
Yeah.
And I think there should be a rule in football like there is in hockey where, if the referees think you're diving after you get hit, they can call penalty on you for faking it.
Oh.
I mean, how many times you see these, these defenders in football, they're coming in, the quarterback gets rid of it, and their own player pushes that person into the quarterback. Their arm might hit their helmet, and these yellow flags come out. It's like, and you see the quarterback sometimes they'll crumble to the ground like an accordion. It's like, really?
Well,
Some guy's hand brushing your helmet, you're gonna fall like an accordion?
For me, the ultimate sport where they fake shit is in
Soccer.
soccer, or over in Europe, football.
Ugh. Dude, I've never seen so many freaking...
Fake injuries.
Dude, if soccer was a movie, they'd wipe out the Academy Awards every year.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, you know what makes me laugh? Every time they go for a goal kick or free kick,
They cover their crotch.
like for what? I mean, especially
I don't know.
like the women. The women do it. It's like, boy, you don't have anything there.
Yeah, but what makes me laugh about it though is like you'll see these people they'll go like shin to shin, and it's like you watch it in slow motion. It's like they barely touch each other, and the guy drops and he's like this. And you would think he has to have his leg amputated, but either they're like the world's fastest healers, or they're the world's wealthiest fakers.
I'll call the later on that one.
Because, like I said, you look at these guys when they fall down, you would think they just jumped out of a skyscraper.
Yeah.
And then, they get up and they're just running around like normal. It's like, now wait a minute. You were hurt so bad, you were on the ground screaming and crying. And not more than 10 seconds later, you're up and...
Well, you know what?
You're not even limping.
Like in our football, to differentiate for our European contingent, you get injured, you got to sit out for a play. Period.
Yeah.
And then you can come back. That's what they should do. Let them sit out for 2-3 minutes. However long you were injured is, you got to sit out for the game.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Like, you watch soccer, whatever. Like I said, these guys, they fall, and you would think they had their leg chopped off.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see if they were limping afterwards, but to see them running around perfectly fine, come on.
I know.
And you talk about, like, I mean, to me, like, pansies in sports are football players in a way. Oh, so-and-so, they hurt their shoulder, questionable return. It's like,
No.
oh my God.
No, I'm not going to call football players pansies. I'm going to call baseball players. He got a paper cut on his finger, so he's on a 15-day DL.
Oh, is that too? But when I compare hockey players to football players, I've seen hockey players take a puck to the face.
Oh, yeah.
And in specific, in the 06-07 playoffs, Chris Drury took 3 pucks to the head in one shift. Never left the ice.
Wow.
Blocking shots.
Jeez.
Now, as far as toughness, I would say I'll take any hockey player over a football player.
For me, as far as toughness, it's hockey. Indy 500 racers, number 2, and football, number 3.
Yeah.
I'm not disputing that what football players do isn't tough, because it is.
Right, but I
It's
mean,
tough.
look at a hockey player. Those guys get teeth knocked out of their head.
Didn't you have a tooth laying in your lap in one game?
No, I wish.
Who told me they had a tooth laying in it? Somebody said they had a tooth laying in their lap.
I don't know. That wasn't me, but you look at these hockey players; they lose teeth. They go in, they go in and get stitched up and they're right back out, man.
Well, didn't Musro tell you that he knew the Sabres dentist?
Yeah.
And they have the crowns like right there, so if they lose it, they just pop it on.
Yeah, basically he said what they do, I think, is, it's so long ago, but, I mean, they got, like, molds of the player's mouth, so they can just make crowns,
Right there.
within days.
Yeah.
Sometimes right there, whatever the case may be, but, you sit there and watch these guys, I mean, come on, I've seen 2 players get their throat slashed.
Yeah, I remember that with the.
Yeah, I've seen them. I've seen it both live. Clint Malarchuk
that was
takes it into the jugular.
Yeah, that was the goalie right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone else would have freaking collapsed down, laid on the ice. This guy sticks his fucking finger in his neck, and the farthest he dropped was his knee.
Huh.
Richard Zednik took one to the throat. Never even drops.
Sounds like Zilnik. Anyway, yeah.
Doesn't drop. Just goes right to the frickin' whatchamacallit. 2 days later, he's in the hospital eating frickin' buffalo wings.
Nice.
It's insane. If that was a football player, he's out for the season.
Yeah.
6 weeks. 6 frickin' weeks.
Didn't they institute those neck guards?
Yeah, the goalie Clint Malarchuk, he's the one that helped the design the neck guards.
Yeah. I mean,
but they don't have it on the regular pairs. I mean, every sport is dangerous in its own right, but
yeah,
you see, in my lifetime, I've seen personally 2 guys live get their throats slashed on live television, and they're back, man. Yeah, I'm sure if you ask these guys, if there's a way that you could have done this without missing time or the game, would you have done it? They'd probably tell you yes.
Oh, absolutely. No, the hockey players are a dime a dozen, as we say. You got to be a rare breed of person to do that. For me, the most pansiest sport, I still say, has to be baseball. I mean, I've read some of these injury reports, and when I was in
hangnails.
Right, on the 15-day DL for a fucking hangnail. Really?
Muscle spasm. I had muscle spasm. I get that shit every day.
I do get it every day in my legs. Who cares?
It's crazy, man. But I don't know. You're like the subject of the night. I remember telling you back after the lockout in 2005, and the stupid Penguins got Sidney Crosby, and everybody hyped, he's going to destroy all Gretzky's records. Gretzky's even saying it. It's like, I don't think it's ever going to happen. Because the game is so
different.
It's structured.
Yeah.
Systems. I mean, back then it was just free-flowing, man. It was, there's no system. Go out there and play.
Yeah.
There's no systems. There's no...
Gretzky was a natural talent.
Oh, yeah.
You have some players that are close, after him, but he was just a natural.
I mean, I'm not taking any away from Crosby or Ovechkin or anything, but these guys are stuck in a system where this is your part of the ice. You need to be there. Well, Gretzky, Lemieux, Lindros, all those guys, Howe, even back in the 40s and 50s, all those guys.
And
they didn't have, there was no system. It was just go out there and play and take whatever is available to you.
And we must not forget the so wonderful Deadmarsh and
Kasparaitis.
You have a little bit of
Kasparaitis.
Yep.
Take some Deadmarsh.
Yep.
Those guys are like the 2 best hockey names I've ever seen, man.
Yep. But hockey, I like Olympic hockey. Maybe because it's a slightly slower pace and I can follow it a little easier, but
I think it's because obviously the rink is a lot bigger too.
Yeah, but I really enjoy Olympic hockey. But I just remember, and this is a true story. But I say, and this is true, you're in Canada when the topic of discussion at the dinner table is what brand of hockey gear to get. I'm sitting there at Nick's house.
I'm gonna take a guess. Their brand was Sherwood.
No, it's either Bauer or
Shit.
Bauer or what's the other one?
Bauer. There's Sherwood. There's
iTech, I think it was, or iTech.
I think so. Yeah.
Bauer, and there's a couple different brands, and I'm like, can we talk about something else?
Not in Canada.
Hockey gear. Wow.
Do you know what's funny though? Is like I see, watching different teams playing shit. Like how many broken sticks a game.
Oh yeah.
Because they're not even made of wood anymore. They're all like composite crap. They break at the. I've seen people break sticks on a face-off. A face-off. They're breaking sticks.
That's not carbon fiber, is it?
It might be. I know they got like when you watch it in slow motion, you can see the bend in the stick when they hit like a big slap shot. But every time I see these sticks break, I'm thinking like, I'll take an old-fashioned wood stick any day.
Nothing beats a little bit of wood.
Nah, wood is good.
Wood is good. No, seriously, you're right. I mean, composite materials have their place in the world. They're stronger than steel and lighter than steel. But what these people don't understand is they're also more brittle.
Oh, dude, just watch any hockey game. You'll see at least 2 or 3 broken sticks. At least. I think it was Pominville when he was playing with the Sabres a few years ago. I think one game he broke like 3 or 4 of them.
Damn.
Like I said, I've seen him break on a face-off. I mean, all he's doing is just, essentially shuffling the puck one way or the other or whatever. And obviously, but it's just weird, man. Like, how many times I've seen a guy line up a shot and a slap shot and the freaking stick just takes off.
Huh.
It's gone. It's like, holy shit.
Now, are these one single piece, or
I think they're all one single piece.
That's the problem. If it was a wood thing with the blade that was composite, I bet you it would hold up a little bit better.
Probably, but I just laugh every time I see it. It's like, man, if I was in the NHL, I would sacrifice a little bit of speed off my shot for the durability of a wood stick.
I would make it out of 316L.
Oh, man.
Stainless, baby.
But you think about like back in the day, you watch those guys with the wooden sticks, they hardly ever broke.
Yeah, sure.
And if you saw 2 in a game, you would be like, holy crap. But now you see 2, it's like, wow, that's a miracle. Only 2?
That's interesting to me because you would think with the advancement of technology, they would make them lighter yet stronger.
Well, they got them lighter and stronger. That's up for debate.
Yeah.
There's got to be a sacrifice somewhere.
Ask my mother. She'll sacrifice you. Oh, so my mom, she was talking to my sister last night. And those of you out there who have parents who speak another native language should laugh at this one. So, talking to my sister, and she goes, Mary, ever since we got here, my chicken feet have gotten so much worse. So she meant to say crow's feet. And she couldn't say the word crow. She kept saying chicken. You got your sacrifice. You got your pediatricians. You got your... Oh, I'll never forget this one. Speaking of Parkridge. My GP was there, in Parkridge. We're there.
Yeah.
And there was a male nurse. His name was Guy. And so we're sitting there in the waiting room. Mom goes, look, there's a gay. And I go, Mom, no. I go, the whole room heard.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. That was one of those classic moments that you never forget.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
What's the fastest slap shot on a record?
115 or 118 miles an hour.
Wow.
I think it was Zdeno Chara about 4 or 5 years ago, maybe.
Wow.
And it helps that he's like freaking 6'8".
Damn.
Yeah, huge, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no doubt, man. I don't know what the hell's his name. Eli Afredi, I think he used to have like 105 or 110.
Wow. What's the average?
About 100.
100. Yeah.
Depends on the situation.
Smoothness of the ice, how much power. Yeah.
Yeah, obviously if the puck is lying flat and it's it depends on how fast it passes and
Right.
things like that. If it's on edge,
It's all
it
about.
might be. Yeah, it's all physics and
It's all physiques, man.
physiques and the velocity.
Mm-hmm.
Well, speaking of velocity, just
Yep.
but yeah, it's weird, man. Like I remember I was just I forgot what I was gonna say.
Hockey slap shots. Nut shots. Peter North or the forehead shot.
That's a thing of beauty.
Yes, it was.
My boss.
I mean, that urethra looks like a tree trunk. I swear to God.
I think that thing has a urethra of its own, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But I tell you, if you were to get the players from yesterday's leagues and put them against today's, like let's say you get offenses of yesteryear versus today's defenses.
Oh, I would love to see what would happen.
Oh God, it would be a blowout.
Oh yeah.
Now, if you give me a little bit of Lawrence Taylor with some Mike Singletary, done.
I always like to imagine the players of any sport, like way back then.
Yeah.
Like they'll use baseball for a reference, like Babe Ruth, Mickey Mantle, Roger Maris, all them guys. What the hell they could have done if they had today's training back then?
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't even imagine how many more home runs they would have hit.
I know. That's when, back in that day, you knew that these guys were naturals.
Yeah, definitely. Like as far as like the baseball home run record, to me is still Roger Maris.
Ah.
Because he was clean.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would love to see. Basically, we'll say the '85 Bears versus the 2007 Patriots.
Oh shit.
The Bears from '85
Well,
in their prime
they'll
with
blow-
their rules versus the '07 Patriots with the rules they have to abide by.
It would be no contest.
No, they're done.
Brady would get his ass handed to him.
Oh, definitely.
I would love to see Lawrence Taylor go after freaking Brady and snap his tie in two.
Oh man. Well, that happened against shit, who did he break his leg against? Brady. No, Brady. Back in 2009, wherever it was.
Was it the Giants? No.
No. The Bills? No. Well, I don't know. Whatever year it was, the year Miami went 11-5 and won the freaking division.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's right. But what a jinx team, Buffalo.
Oh my God.
I was just talking about it with my dad, and he goes, the only opportunity was against the Giants in '91, and they didn't do
That
it.
was their real last one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't understand how. I can't even say one team because Cleveland sucks too, but how any team can have that much bad luck.
It's Buffalo, man.
I mean, shit, even give Cleveland credit before they got moved out to Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
They had a guaranteed playoff team coming up. With who, ironically? I think Belichick?
Yes.
Ironically.
Oh, oh my. All right.
That's not even helping me. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's freaking horrible. This is like death, man. Oh god, that's not even helping to plug the noise. Ugh.
Take a vape. Take a vape.
I might need to light a match, man. It's like a dog who farts himself awake and then looks at you. Oh man.
Oh wow! I mean, I can tell by hearing it. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the pooter.
Yeah, pooter.
You know, seriously, if anybody out there works for Wegmans, let us know the PA code. I mean, you know.
Or just go buy yourself a pooter and just let it rip over the system.
Yeah.
But, what were we just talking about before I stunk myself out? 85 Bears, Brady. Oh, the Bills being doomed.
Yeah. Well, they would be after that.
Yeah. I mean, just what is it that a team can't get out of their own way? Or an organization? Like,
it's culture. Even though Wilson's gone, unfortunately, now. He passed away, a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
He was a pioneer in so many respects for the sport. But it's just he got cheap over the years. And that culture stuck with the team. After Marv Levy, they never hired a decent coach.
Wade Phillips.
Even he was a piece of shit over there for them.
Yeah, but he still won.
It's true. It's true.
But it's just, I just don't get it, man. Like, how do you got new owners now, how do you shake that stigma and change it? I mean, it's like every quarterback that they think they got, oh, we're set now, quarterback, we're going to pay this guy. Every time they do it, they freaking fail.
I know.
Trent Edwards, Fitzpatrick, Tyrod Taylor.
Look at Fitzpatrick and the Jets. He's, you know, even that.
But what is it in the Bills' instance that every quarterback they decided to you know, essentially pay and invest in? Why do they all freaking stumble?
Coaching. All comes down to coaching. You can have a shitty ass player. Good coach can turn him around. You know, look at Coughlin. You know, I mean, he had that team going from a bunch of has-beens to. I remember watching this video clip during practice. He said, we lost the game due to illegal procedure. And he goes, get your ass down.
Your mouth just came and shriveled down what would have been your ball sack.
Look, man, he excites me. Okay, he was an amazing coach. He won 2 Super Bowls for them.
Yep, both against powerhouse Patriot teams.
Remember, 19 and oh no.
19 and oh no. That was awesome.
Yes, it was. I mean, that was by far, I must say, and that because of the Giants, no matter what team it was opposing them, but they beat an undefeated team. What are the odds?
An all-time best team.
Period, yeah.
But they couldn't win it when it mattered.
Yep.
Shame on them.
Hey.
And I'll never forget when they interviewed Coughlin afterwards. So what was the difference between this game and, the end of the season where he lost to the Patriots? He's like, we figured we'd roll into the playoffs, and we figure if we got in, we'd have a chance. So we held back our playbook.
Yeah.
And I said, what do you mean you held back the playbook? And he's like, we had plays in that book we didn't use all year. How do you think we won that game?
Yeah.
And the Patriots, they do what they always do. Run the score up. Plow through everybody because they think they're going to win, which, comes with confidence and
cockiness.
And I think they underestimated the Giants. Figured they beat them once, they'll just roll over them again.
Yeah. But remember...
surprise, a helmet catch later.
But remember, the Giants didn't roll over to New England in the last game in the season. It was 35-32 as the final score.
Right, but could the Giants have won that game? Yeah, if they didn't expose the rest of their playbook.
Yep.
If he's telling the truth about that, because coaches never really tell the truth.
Yeah, like you have the
coach ain't gonna sit there and tell you, oh yeah, we did this and we did that. They're not gonna tell you. But it's happened. And, I seriously think they overlooked it.
I agree with you.
Knowing the Patriots, we're 18 and 0. We already beat them this year. We know what we got to do. Yeah, well, you got to play the game.
Yep. You can't be arrogant. Every game could be,
And I remember watching that one, and then the second one they had against the Patriots, and how both of them were basically decided on, like, crazy-ass catches.
Uh-huh.
And then watching, this is the one they lost to Seattle, right? Was the last time they won?
Yep.
I remember watching that one, and that crazy-ass catch that Seattle made before they intercepted the ball. I'm like, this is glorious. They're going to lose 3 Super Bowls off of, like, wonky catches.
Yeah.
And the look on his face is like, this is not happening for a third time in a row. Yep. And I'm like, yes, here it goes. It's going to happen. Nope.
Yeah.
I just don't understand how do you pass it? You got the best running back in the game.
Yeah.
In that specific game, you got the best running back on the field between both teams. He would have made it in.
Oh, Marshawn Lynch, you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It makes you wonder if the coaches have a little discussion. If we're here, then you do this. If you're here, then we do this.
No, I can't imagine that happening.
I would hope not, but you never really know, do you? Because sometimes it makes you wonder.
Oh, I never said they don't. I said I can't imagine it happening.
Yeah.
There's no way I could conspire to do that.
Well, you might not conspire to do it, but your ass certainly did. Woo!
Oh yeah, that was pretty bad. It just makes you wonder, like, sports that go in series for the playoffs. Those, I think, obviously, I'm not gonna, it's all speculation, obviously, but I don't think they get together and say, okay, let's make this thing go 6 games for advertising and money and revenue and all that. But it's kind of odd as the farther they go and the closer they get to the final round. More overtime, more extra innings, whatever, things like that, you know?
Oh, yeah. Well, like Jim Morris said, playoffs?
Playoffs?
We're not talking about playoffs. Playoffs?
We suck. Dude, I don't know what it is about a great video of a coach melting down.
Oh, there's several of them.
Dude, the Jim Morrow one's like one of the best ones, though.
Oh, yeah. Mike Ditko was amazing, too, though.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Mike Ditko was one in a million as far as, I mean, that guy had balls.
Oh, yeah.
Ditka, I'm going to put Calkin in the same light in the sense that they were both disciplinarians. But Ditka didn't take shit from nobody. You know, he was a tough cookie. John Madden, too.
Yeah.
You know. But anyway.
I'd be interested to see, what people say, players, coaches versus disciplinarian coaches, what the championship records look like,
Oh, you know the disciplinarians have a long, more illustrious record. I mean,
yeah.
Yes, you have to accommodate your players. Of course, I get it. But if you're told to be there at a certain time, you best be there early.
Exactly.
Oh my
I just don't see someone like Rex Ryan being a coach. Well, he's a player's coach. Everybody loves playing for him. Well, hey, you should love playing for your coach.
Yeah, but you're not producing.
But you're not producing. I mean, look at the Bills and Tyrod Taylor. Like, he was great last year, in my opinion. He was developing, excelling, growing. Now they gave him a new contract, and he's regressed.
Well, because he's bent.
That's true. But it's
well, like you
it's
said,
just weird. Like, I don't know. Every time I always a player's coach. Look how long it took Tony Dungy to win one.
Yeah.
And he was a player's coach. Look how long it took. I mean, is that, I mean, I don't know. It's just weird.
Yeah. Like, look at Belichick. He's not a player's coach.
Dude, he's got the driest personality in the league.
Yeah. But
gives you no information.
But he's a Parcells disciple. Conklin was a Parcells disciple.
Yeah.
I mean, and Conklin strikes me, it's a little close to home because, as you know, he coached at RIT.
Yeah.
I mean, he goes, listen, I'm a disciplinarian, but I'm also a family man. Like, there were some players' wife was pregnant, expecting a child. And I remember listening to the video, and he goes, give me your phone, I'll have it here. So if it happens, you take the call and you go. I'm not going to dock you, you go.
Yeah, you can't help that.
Right. But you got to be on your game. It's like these players these days. Whatever happened to the owner coming down, saying, fuck all, I pay your salaries, get the fuck out of here.
Can't
these days.
Think about how soft these freaking kids are nowadays.
Yeah.
Oh, everybody gets a trophy. Why? Because you played? Gives a crap. Look at, crap, what's his name there from Pittsburgh just a couple months ago?
Roethlisberger?
No, fuck him. Harrison. James Harrison took his kid's participation trophy and threw it in the trash.
Hell yeah.
So he didn't win. Toss that shit out. and people are ripping him. Oh, that's not nice of him. That was so rude of him. He's like, what's there to be rude about? He didn't win. There's no trophy for showing up.
Yeah.
You win or you don't.
Yep.
I think that's the problem with these kids nowadays is they're so coddled and they're stuck in this everybody participated so everybody wins society.
It's the entitlement generation.
Yes. Not everybody participates, so everybody's entitled to a trophy.
Well,
And then you're starting to see them creep into the sports now.
well, let me tell you. You know, when I was 5th grade, 11 years old, New York State used to have a thing called the New York State Games. It's like Olympics for the physically challenged.
Yeah.
And I won 2 silver medals that year. I was mighty proud of myself.
Yeah, you should be, obviously.
Yeah, it wasn't gold. Who cares? I won something.
Right, but that's different from, being dead last. Oh, here you go, Timmy. Here's your trophy. It took you an hour to finish a 40-yard dash, but here you go.
Yeah.
Obviously not a handicapped person, but I remember in Neil Armstrong school, 5th grade, we had like a little thing like that. And, this kid took, I think it was like a 100-yard dash that we did. This kid came in dead last by it was like 15, 20 seconds behind. There's no trophy. But nowadays, you get a trophy for everything.
Yeah.
Well, here's your plaque. For what? I mean, but these kids, they don't get a trophy. They go crying to mommy and daddy because it's not fair.
Right.
Sorry,
right.
you didn't win. You don't get shit for participating. You want a trophy? Go win.
Exactly.
And if you don't, boo frickin' who?
Yep.
Toughen up, learn from it, and try again.
Exactly. That's how it should be. Because competitiveness as a child teaches you competitiveness as an adult. In the workforce. In college. Whatever.
I mean, yeah, and you think about these kids nowadays, they cry and mommy and daddy just give them their way. What are they going to do when they're up for a job promotion they don't get it? Who are they going to cry to? They're going to go home to their wife or their husband. I didn't get my job promotion. Go take care of it for me. Boo hoo, wah, wah. That shit ain't going to fly.
Nope. It's not real life. It's like when I was teaching kids in college. I told you the story of the one kid who wrote in text message.
Yeah.
You fucking fail. If you can't write at least with some semblance of writing by that time, I'm not expecting perfection here. But if you have to write like that, then you working in a business community environment, I'll see you at McDonald's in a couple years. So,
Yeah.
I told him, see you next year. What do you mean? I'll see you next year to learn how to write.
Scary. They're not even teaching our kids anymore how to write in cursive.
Yeah, at least I can doctor sign my signature.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Hey? One day I'll be a doctor. Spread your legs.
Oh, man.
Who knows what the hell, man? Some of these doctors must see every day.
Dude, remember, I think it was, every boy's fantasy to grow up and be a gynecologist.
Yeah.
Never taking into account that half their, or more than 90% of their patients are probably big, undesirable.
Yeah.
It's just, ugh.
Dude, at that stage, you've seen one, you've seen them all.
Yeah. It's just weird, though. Why does a guy want to get into proctology?
Bend over.
That reminds me of a joke I saw one time where guy went to the doctor's office and he's like, "Oh yeah, all you gotta do is take the thing rectally." So he inserted it and showed him how to do it. He's like, "Oh, I'll show you how to do it for your wife when you go home." Blah blah blah. So he goes home and tells the wife, he's like, "I don't really know if I can do it." He's like, "Well, I'll show you how. The doctor showed me." So he bends over and like, all you gotta do is stick it in and push the button. So she puts one hand on his hip and sticks the say thermometer up the butt.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh my god!" She's like, "What? Did I do anything wrong?" He's like, "No, I just thought about something." She says, "What?" He says, "When a doctor did it, he had both hands on my hips."
Oh yeah. Yeah. I said it to my dad. He goes, "Hey." It took him a second. He's like, yeah. Oh yeah, it's like my neighbor next door. So he goes for a prostate exam. He's bending over, got one cheek thing. Does his business, and the doctor says, "You're good." He turns over and gives him the other cheek. He goes, "I said you're good." He goes, "Oh, I thought you wanted more."
Ay. Oh man.
I tell you, I don't know. There's some jobs like dentists. I mean, 80% of the time, it's not so bad. But could you imagine some of these people who don't take care of their teeth, what they see?
No, I don't even want to think about it, man. Oh my god.
And the breath, dude.
Dude, I tell you what, if I had to ever like go under anesthesia at the dentist office, I'm bringing in something to record them, just in case they make fun of you. You don't know what the hell they're gonna do to you under anesthesia.
I know. Hey, watch. We'll fuck up his tooth, and we'll fix it. We won't even know.
Dude, how do we know?
You don't.
You think about all those people who say they go under anesthesia and they can still hear things. They're doing an operation on someone's like, arm or shoulder, and they're, "Oh, look at his little winky dink."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not gonna know.
No.
But the people who do bring their crap in to record stuff, and they get the doctors on tape making fun of them and stuff. Like, I don't blame them.
Yeah.
It's pretty sad because they're not supposed to do that, but
Well, you would expect a certain level of professionalism with any job.
you shouldn't expect. From a doctor's standpoint, you shouldn't expect anything less than professional.
Sure.
But
I mean, I understand you go home, you're shooting the shit with the wife. Yeah, you had to see what I saw today. The pus on the guy's foot was absolutely disgusting. Stuff like that I understand. You want to talk about your day.
oh yeah.
Trust
I don't know
me.
if I could be a lawyer, man. All the confidentiality things you have to comply with.
I know.
I'd be a freaking sieve.
Hey, I had a patient who was suing this place who's got his dick stuck in an electrical socket.
Oh my god. The stupidity of some people, man.
Oh, yeah.
The sheer utter stupidity. But I don't know, I think we're pretty close to wrapping it up. What do you think?
I think so. I think we're going to wrap it up for this week. And we will see you again next. You want to shoot for Friday or?
Yeah, I may as well.
Okay, so we'll see you again next Friday. And I want to wrap this show up and just say to everybody that no matter what, you don't give up on your dreams. You go through the obstacles. You kick ass. Take no prisoners, and you'll get there in the end. And we will see you next week. And Kevin, any closing thoughts?
Nah, I can't think of anything.
Alrighty, well, we'll see you next Friday, everybody. We're hoping you enjoyed the show, and please like, share, and subscribe to this video and show. And we will see you soon. Have a great week, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye bye. Have a good night.